This is low-key crazy. So this dude is getting arrested for living out of this storage unit for 2+ years.
What's up, people? Welcome to another episode of The Red Pill. Renting an apartment has become so expensive that many people can't afford it anymore. With wages falling short of basic survival, life is becoming harder every day. Watch the video and let me know what you think in the comment below.
This is low-key crazy. So this dude is getting arrested for living out of this storage unit for 2+ years after his friend snitched on him. Just wait till you see this place. Now I feel he low-key has a solution to homelessness. And he's quite the decorator. We're going to get into all the little details here. But just the fact that he was living here for 2 years and nobody had any idea tells us that small units like this could be a solution. I mean, which would you rather have it? In small units like this, or you have them on the streets? Now, taking a deeper look, bro was low-key cooking. He's got a little microwave oven in there. I don't know what these are exactly, but it looks like something that you can use for working out. Don't know why he's got so many of them, though. And he doesn't have a laundry unit, so obviously his dirty clothes are going to pile up. He's got a little speaker system and a gaming chair. I wonder if he's got a PS5 in there somewhere. But what do you guys think? Should they have arrested him, or should they have just kicked him out? Personally, I'd rather have him living out of here than right on the street. But what do you think?
They wanted living in the storage unit. I was able to get electricity so I could start cooking. Tonight I'm going to finally be able to stretch out while I'm sleeping. It's actually better than sleeping in the car. I'm just trying to be grateful because I know there's somebody that would trade positions with me.
I live in a storage unit because it's cheap in comparison to an apartment. Living here is actually really comfortable. I get a lot of things that I need and want to get done here. I can exercise. I can use the bathroom. I can play music anywhere in the unit. It's climate controlled in here, so it's nice and warm. This unit is 24 hours, so I can come here anytime I want, stay here as long as I need to. We can take naps if we need to and go to sleep. So this is our living space. Very, very grateful to have this space. The next goal is to get an RV. The next goal after that, tiny home. And if we want to eat, I just cook right out front. Or we'll just prepare something cold inside of the unit. Sandwiches, a lot of times we make salad. If we want to get power, we use our power bank. They also have power here so we can charge our power bank. Me and my baby will live here as long as we need to until we get the shelter that we want. Because we're living here, now we can save up more money to get what we really want. We're in it for the long haul. Thank you for the support. Thanks for watching.
So if you're going to live in a storage unit, you're going to need to be as invisible as you possibly can be. You basically need to be a ghost. If anybody finds out you're here, that's when you start running into trouble. So first of all, I needed power for my unit. So what I did is I ran an extension cord along the power cable up here, and I sort of zip tied it up. So you can't really tell its power is going to my unit unless you are looking closely. So this is my unit here, and at the top of the unit you can see I have an antenna, and that's so I can get a cell signal inside the unit itself, because once you close the door it drops all signal. I have a lock which I've magnetized onto the door so it looks like it's locked even when it's not. And then when I actually do want to lock it, I can just use this lock or use another one down here and leave that one there. All right, so let's take a look at the unit now. So in here, I've got my TV, entertainment center set up there. I've got my bed. I've got my kitchen area over there, complete with a fridge, and my couch over here. Once you're inside here, you can close the door. And I've screwed on a latch here, so that way you can close it and sort of lock it from the inside. I've also put a mirror up so you can see what you're doing. Up here I've got a toaster oven, and this toaster oven actually works pretty well. I'd say it works just as well as a conventional oven. I've got some dishes over here. Got some more pots and pans over here, and my fridge is right here. Underneath I've got a filing cabinet, some tools, and some storage for some other stuff I have. Up on this part of the kitchen I have cutting board so I can make some lunch or dinner there. I have a hot plate for boiling water, cereal. Up here is the Tupperware, and then over here I've got a food cupboard for all my food. And this is the sink I've built, and the sink is basically like a 25-liter container filled with water, and I've attached these tubes here, so you just open it up, then the water comes down this tube and out there. So you've got running water, you can do dishes, get a drink, whatever, and then the water filters into this bucket, which goes down into these holes here, which goes into a funnel, which leads into a separate container here. And I usually find I have to empty that container and refill that one, usually once a week, maybe twice. So over here above the bed, I've built a bar, and this is just to hold all my liquor and drinks and everything. But I've also got stuff at the back there behind the bed. So what I've done is I've built this little hinge here. This comes out, and then the hinge drops down, and then that can hold in place while you go and get whatever you need to from back there. Over here I've built a clothing rack, and this works just like it would in any closet. Put your clothes there, except I've included this little latch here on this string, so you can push the clothing further to the wall, giving you more space. Up here I've built some shelving for some items that I'm storing in here that I don't really use too much. I got my snowboard hanging from the ceiling there. And as you can see, all the stuff I've built in here is all built basically hanging from the ceiling. And the way I did that is I just got 2x4s, really long 2x4s, and put them all the way across the unit. And then I used L brackets to build shelving down from that. So the lighting system here is, these are all like Philips Hue lights. So you can just turn them on and off with either your smartphone app or this wireless switch here. And of course I do have my router there broadcasting my network, which that's all connected to. This is my new TV I just bought. It's a 4K TV, and I've got it hooked up to my computer so I can game on it or watch movies or do anything like that. So up here I've got, this is my left surround speaker. So the thing about the speakers is, to hear properly, they should be positioned over here, in the center, and then to the right. But since this is the doorway, I sort of built this on a sliding system. So it just slides over. And now it's in the correct spot, so you'll have proper sound. And of course, I've got the back speakers back there. As for extra storage, if you look up in the ceiling, I've got some games stored up there, just some pieces of wood to store various items. Got my nunchucks up here, and all my shoes. It's a great place to build a shoe rack. For storing my other clothes that aren't on the rack over there, I have pull-out drawers.
Yo, let me know what you think in the comment. Like, share, subscribe, and see you in the next one.